Welcome to Kubli Productions, where today we will be taking a look at my breakout hitter predictions for 2023. I have chosen 5 batters for today's video, all of whom either had below average 2022 seasons or had such a small sample size that they are still relatively unproven on the biggest stage. Without any further ado, let's get into the picks. To start the batters off, let's take a trip to the Mile High City and say hello to Michael Toglia, the 24-year-old first baseman and corner outfielder. Toglia has mashed at every level of the minors, which is why I was surprised to see he is only the Rockies' 15th best prospect according to MLB Pipeline. In 31 games at the end of 2022, Toglia struggled, producing a 73 OPS plus and only 2 home runs. However, the 23.9 line drive percentage and 38.8 hard hit percentage are why I have hope for Michael next season. In a ballpark like Coors, which has the biggest outfield and thinnest air in the league, line drives are able to significantly elevate a player's chance of success. Toglia has tapped into this theory as he has slugged over 200 points higher at home than on the road thus far in his short career. The biggest problem for the youngster is the strikeout rate of a whopping 36.7%. I love a good 3 true outcome player, but Toglia needs to make up for the strikeouts with walks and home runs in 2023, which I believe he can do. He never had a walk rate of below 12% in the minors, well above the league average of 8.2 last year. Once Toglia can shake off his rookie jitters, I truly believe in his ability to have a successful season. Moving on to batter number 2, we have the spectacularly named Jake Burger. While Burger actually had a great 2022 season with an OPS plus of 112 and 8 home runs, he only played in 51 games. The White Sox just never seem to have room on the roster for Jake, with Yoan Moncada occupying the hot corner, and Eloy Jimenez, Jose Abreu, and Andrew Vaughn blocking the DH spot. However, with Jose Abreu heading to Houston, that makes room for Vaughn to move to first, Jimenez to left, and Burger to DH, because this guy's bat needs to be in a major league lineup. His barrel percentage of 14.9 places him in the top 20 of players with at least as many plate appearances as him, and a max exit velocity of 114.4 miles per hour lands him in the 95th percentile of the league. Similar to Toglia, his strikeout rate is below average at 30.6%, but when you hit the ball as hard as Burger does, it becomes easy to overlook this issue. If Burger sees everyday playing time and starts making better decisions at the plate, he will be rewarded handsomely in 2023. And if the White Sox can't make room for him, I can't wait to see him succeed elsewhere outside of my Guardians division. Next up on the list is Rangers infielder Josh Jung. The Rangers' number 1 prospect should start the year in the majors as the starting third baseman, and based on his minor league performance, he's earned it. Over 153 minor league games, Jung slashed .311, .381, .538 to go along with 30 home runs. To complement his bat, he also has an above-average glove at third. Considering the Rangers haven't had a third baseman with an OPS plus north of 100 and a positive DRS since 2016, anything would be an improvement over last year, but there is reason to believe Jung could blow expectations out of the water. The main reason for hope is the barrel percentage of 10.2%, and combined with his line drive percentage of 25.4%, he should be driving balls into the spacious gaps of Globe Life Field for years to come. Unfortunately, like the first 2 batters on this list, his K rate is astronomical at 38.2%. However, in the minors, he never ballooned quite this high, topping out at 28.3 in just 23 games at AAA. There is a universe where Jung spent his career as a quadruple A player, never able to establish himself in the bigs, but I'm choosing to take the optimistic route for the 24-year-old and trust that his contact will eventually catch up to the rest of the league in his first full major league season. Up next, we return to the AL Central for MJ Melendez, the Royals' catcher and occasional outfielder. The versatility in a player like Melendez for the Royals cannot be understated, especially when their projected starting corner outfielders this year are Drew Waters and Edward Olivares. However, when it comes to Melendez's playing ability, there are very few weak spots for the 24-year-old. Throughout almost a full 2022 season, MJ had a hard hit percentage of 43.5 and barrel percentage of 10.4. However, unlike the previous entries on this list, Melendez's strikeout rate is south of 25%, and his walk rate of 12.4 places him in the 90th percentile, even more impressive considering his rookie status. As for his defense, while his framing leaves much to be desired, MJ threw out runners at a solid 27.5% clip, above the league average. And in the outfield, he had a -2 OAA in over 300 innings, not bad at all for someone who played the position for only 2 games in the minors. Even on the base pass, Melendez holds his own. He finished 2022 with a -0.3 BSR, a stat Fangraphs developed as an all-encompassing base running statistic. This places him top 5 among catchers and right around average for the entire league. While I don't anticipate Melendez to set the league on fire, expect another solid season that puts his name on the radar for casual baseball fans. Okay, bear with me here. Get ready. Are you sitting down? Are you ready? Okay. For my last breakout hitter of 2023, I'm going with Kelenic. Hear me out. This guy is one tweak away from being the high ceiling guy the Mariners thought they were getting 4 off seasons ago. And the important thing to note is he's still 23. Kelenic has produced some impressive slash lines at AAA Tacoma the past 2 seasons, but most importantly, he had a line drive percentage of 23.1 and 25.5, both of which will be above the 80th percentile in the 2022 MLB. If you've been paying attention in the past 8 minutes, you'll know that I value line drive percentage very highly, which is why I still have faith in Kelenic despite his pitiful 10.7 line drive percent in the 2022 campaign. Additionally, when Jared does hit the ball, he's making great contact with a barrel percentage of 13.6, good for 94th percentile in the league. The bad news is Kelenic does have a kryptonite, and that would be breaking balls. This guy cannot hit them. In 58 plate appearances, Kelenic had a slugging percentage of 74 with a whiff rate of 41.4% against breaking balls. However, Jared, as a good baseball player should be, is well aware of these struggles and over the offseason worked with new coaches and made some changes to his swing. Clearly this guy has raw talent, as proven by his results in the minors, but the question is, can he figure out big league pitching? And my answer is, in 2023, with the outfield wide open on a competitive Mariners team, he will, and the league will take notice. Less than a month from now, the MLB season will be underway, and I can't wait to see how these players do. Tune in for more baseball videos in the future, and see you next time on Kubli Productions.